Paid work experience, competing with hundreds of others for every vacancy, or doing another course. Now, those are just some of the choices facing young people as they get their first exposure to the job market. We've surveyed 1,000 new graduates at the universities of Winchester and Chichester, although it's not a scientific survey. Just under a third say they haven't managed to find a job yet. Well, our business reporter Alan Sinclair is at the University of Reading for us tonight. Alan.
Sally, 3,500 students graduated from the University of Reading this year. And of course, there are more graduates now than ever before because of the government's programme of encouraging 50% of young people to attend university. That means, though, during a recession that far more graduates are now chasing far fewer jobs. Great news for employers, of course, because they can cherry-pick the very, very best, but it's tough for students because they need to stand out from the crowd. In a moment, we'll get some real advice for graduates, but first, we've been talking to one recent graduate who's worried. Rosie Hill wants to work in fashion. In the past, her degree in English literature might have helped secure a decent job. But since graduating from the University of Sussex this summer, she's only been able to find unpaid work experience.
It has been hard. I was applying for jobs even before I graduated, sort of to try and get ahead of the game. But since then, I really haven't heard a lot back from anyone that I've applied for.
After over 30 unsuccessful applications, Rosie's virtually resigned to taking any work she can get.
Sometimes I do think that maybe I shouldn't have taken this path and maybe just started working from when I left school, and I might have, got a bit higher up than I am now. And also I'm just left with a huge amount of debt, which I think is why a lot of people are feeling the pressure at the moment to try and find a job that's going to enable them to start paying that money back.
Universities are doing what they can to manage graduates' expectations and widen the scope of their search for work.
Careers are changing all the time. The careers we envisaged 10 years ago don't necessarily exist. So what you want the person to look at is follow their interest, but also be aware of where that skill set fits into in a whole range of sectors or occupations they haven't thought about.
At the opening of its newest store in Poole, the boss of John Lewis told South Today his company gets 200 graduate applicants, chasing every single management trainee job.
So my advice to a graduate would always be, yep, concentrate on your studies, get a good degree, but that's not the be-all and end-all of it. It's really about what are you showing in your extracurricular activities around potential leadership ability in the future.
Back in Brighton, Rosie is still searching, all too aware she may have to settle for something very different to the career she'd hoped for.
Alan, the message that's coming out seems to be that if graduates want a job, they've got to start thinking about standing out from the crowd, haven't they?
Sally, that's what will make all the difference. One of the people helping here at Reading with that sort of work is Tommy from the Students' Union. How are you helping graduates get ready for that job market?
Okay, I think it's all about enhancing the employability of our students and making sure that when they're going out into the job market and looking for those jobs that are going to help them on their career, they have those skills that are needed. One of the ways we're doing that this year, in fact from years past, is through volunteering. We're making sure that our students are getting involved in volunteering projects throughout the university and the local community, and that the university are formally recognising that on their degree transcript. It's something that employers look for and really value.
Indeed, standing out above the crowd, and that's a consistent message that we've been getting here from the University of Reading. Now, one of the people with a key aim of helping students find work is Christine Williams, who's in charge of employability from the senior management team here. Christine, employability, it's all to do with making students' training relevant to getting a job.
Well, yes, we believe we need to embed employability in everything we do with our students here at Reading. For example, we've got a career management skills module, and this helps students to think about what is it I want to do, what is it I'm really good at, and more importantly, what is it that employers are looking for. So there's these very complex skills we're trying to develop, but also some very pragmatic advice we give, how to write a good CV, how to write a great application letter and so on.
And just very briefly, it's a tough market, it's a tough time for the students. You're doing all you can to help them prepare.
Absolutely. They've got to stand out from the crowd. As Tommy said, volunteering is one aspect. But what employers are looking for, what's that extra zing on the CV that's going to make them say, let's employ this guy, let's interview them. So, it's really important in this tough market.
Christine Williams, thank you you very much indeed, and good luck to all of the graduates who are out there looking for work right now. Sally from Reading, back to you in the studio.
Alan, thank you very much. Let's take a look at other news now. And a motorist was killed late last night after his car left a